and if it's Tuesday, it's Let's Pick happening. So today I'm going to just talk about the three most topics that are on top of my head. So I'll jump right in because we have the Salasia situation and the Osoro situation, and we also have the Airbnb's stories that are running right now. Not forgetting the president who started the year. So far, so good. But I have something to say about Kericho thereafter. So today I'm going to start with the Osoro and the Salasia. So the Salasia situation. So Osoro, let's start with Osoro. Osoro went to Simbarati events, guns blazing. These young leaders, trust me, someone like Osoro is born street, he's made street, and all the way also Simbarati is not like perfect. He's also gone the street way most of the time. So, but on this one, I want to play the pride and the young card, because for Soro it is all fun and games. It is all fun and games running here and there until someone is shot. And then now it becomes a whole story, because right now you'll be in power, but in the next 5 years, what happens to you? What if you're not in power? Then you will have to be summoned by your demons, and you'll have a really proper meeting on your conscience and on accountability and all that stuff. And another one is also Salasia, which by now you've seen the famous slap. And there's a continuation of that movie of running around with guns. And this is not the first time. And the first time nilimtetea nikasema, this guy probably, it's because we are not Mumias people, and we don't have any right to be speaking about how honorable he is. But I think it's becoming too much, and I want to compare this with Babu Owino's story. Babu Owino came with same fire, same entitlement, same pride, but look at him now. He's had to pay bills for DJ Evolve. He's had to deal with bills, hospital bills of dealing with it. So, but life was destroyed. The truth is, life has been destroyed in this situation, because we have Evolve who's not able to function by himself. He has to go through a lot of, the machinery and all that stuff so that he can operate. That is not someone who was like that. That was a jovial young life. So before it gets to that, my appeal to Salasia and Osoro, pride comes before a fall. I know that this is a famous, most used statement and proverb for everybody, but it is all fun and games until these guns go off and someone's life is in the line, and again accountability comes in, and now you have to get out of power, because right now you might be in power, but the future will be waiting for you, and the tables will turn, and you will have to be called to a boardroom meeting with your demons. So while you are on this self-destruction mode, try and figure out and understand how this happens. That's just about it. And the second story I have to speak about is the Airbnb story. There's the famous Airbnb stories. This weekend we had a situation. The past weekend there was another situation. But for me, this is just a manifestation of what happens behind those closed doors. Unlike the hotel rooms where there'll be CCTV footages, there'll be attendants moving around, Airbnb is more like a safe space for a crime, because there's no nyumba kumi, there's no furnishing it, nobody is really minding your business. You just do what you have to do at your own time, so long as you can pay for it. So someone can come and chinja someone the entire time without noise, alafu atoke na aende zake, it's just 2 cases. So how many cases are we seeing out here that are not going viral, that are not getting the headlines? So there's nothing we can do about it, because it's the nature of the business and the setup. But it's just okay, it's not okay when life are being lost. I'm not saying it's okay, but there's no regulation. So it's a personal responsibility to be able to know who you're dealing with, how far can we go. And to people, it's now clear, the flashy life and all these good things you're seeing on the social medias, it's not necessarily how it appears. There's a price for everything. There's a price for getting these fine things. There's a price for living the life, and if it is not the hard work and the time people put in for work and trusting the process and getting up the ladder from one to the highest, it has to be the shortcuts, and somehow shortcuts have a bad ending. So I hope we get to learn a lot in the middle of all these things, and safety should always come first before anything, before the life, before the fakeness. That's just about it also. And the last story is about the president who started the year so far so good. I think with the affordable housing, as much as we don't say it, it has assisted the money circulation even for these people who are working there, the engineers, the watu wa mkono here and there. Not necessarily for these houses, even for Jengai, it's just a good opportunity for jobs, you know. And also the fuel went down by 5 bob. I saw it somewhere on the news. That's also a good thing. We might not mention it most oftenly or regularly, but it's also a good thing, which will also gives us the hope that it can work, that it's working, that he has a plan. But I have a problem with Kericho leaders, you know. When these affordable housing are going to be launched in Eldoret, alafu inarukwa mpaka Nakuru, that is where the problem comes in. And then I saw Jana, the senator for Kericho, who's the closest to the president at this moment, is there basi anazushia ma judges and how corrupt they are and all these situations. But come to think of it, unazushanga when it's Kericho, because the president, when he was on that celebration we did in Kericho, was it Mashujaa, alipromise a month later atakuja figure out where we are going to put the houses for affordable housing. You know, that means ingekuwa a very good deal for Kericho in terms of business, small business, circulation of money, and even job opportunities for everyone who's working around it. But the senator is comfortably talking about judges in Iten, in a church somewhere, but he cannot comfortably go to the president and say, there's a time you promised something, what are we going to do about it? So it's just, I don't know, Kericho tunabebonga ufala, but it's because of the leaders. But we hope next time we will learn and we will go for the best in the market, because I'm not a fan of the current ones. So that's just about it. My name is Victor Rono speaking. Those are the topics for the day. Shop for yourself is the anthem. Peace.